make sure to subscribe to Little Tales for You. Let's dive in. The Great Flood in the Blue River. Dark clouds were gathering over the Blue River forest, and the constant sound of rain filled the air. The river's waters, once calm and clear, now roared, rising higher and higher, threatening to engulf the forest. At the top of a tall tree, a group of 6 friends watched the situation with concern. Tico, the capuchin monkey, jumped restlessly from branch to branch. The water keeps rising. If it continues like this, our homes will be swept away by the current. Lili, the little jaguar, growled softly, trying to stay calm. We need to do something before the whole forest gets flooded. But what? Pingo, the giant anteater, thoughtful as always, scratched his long snout and spoke slowly. I remember an old legend. Something about a magic stone that can control the river's waters. If we find it, maybe we can save the forest. Cacau, the blue macaw, who had been flying in circles above them, quickly descended and landed beside Pingo. A magic stone? Where can we find it? I can fly over the area and try to spot any sign. Pingo nodded. They say it's hidden in a cave deep in the forest, near the Blue River's banks, but it won't be easy to get there with the water rising so fast. Zezé, the tortoise, moved slowly but determinedly. If this stone exists, we need to find it. I can help lead the way safely, even if it's hard. Mimi, the sloth, who had been lying on a nearby branch, sleepily lifted her head. And what will we do if we don't succeed? We can't save the forest alone. Tico, always ready for action, clapped his hands to get the attention of his friends. We have to split up. Some of us will search for the magic stone while the rest will find another solution. If we all work together, we've got a chance. Lili nodded in agreement. Tico's right. Pingo, Cacau, and Tico, you should go after the magic stone. Zezé, Mimi, and I will look for a way to reduce the water that's already here. Cacau, already excited, spread her bright blue wings. I'll fly over the forest and find the best route to the cave. With me, Tico, and Pingo will get there in no time. Pingo nodded slowly. We'll need all our courage and intelligence to find this stone. We can't waste any time. With the plan set, the 6 friends split up, each group with their mission in mind. The Blue River forest depended on them, and time was running out. As Tico, Pingo, and Cacau prepared to leave in search of the magic stone, Lili, Zezé, and Mimi began planning how to save the forest in another way. And so, the first mission was underway, full of challenges and discoveries awaiting them. The search for the magic stone. Tico, Pingo, and Cacau set off toward the heart of the Blue River forest, where the waters were more agitated. The sky remained cloudy and the light rain persisted, making the ground slippery and treacherous. Cacau flew just above her friends, scanning the path ahead. This way! The river is starting to flood this part of the forest. We need to hurry! Tico jumped from branch to branch, trying to avoid the waterlogged ground. Let's move fast, everyone. The closer we get to the cave, the sooner we'll find the magic stone. Pingo, with his slower pace, followed closely, paying attention to Cacau's directions. Remember, the legend says the cave's entrance only reveals itself to those who are truly united. We can't lose focus. When they reached the riverbank, they found a part of the forest nearly submerged. Large trees stood like islands in the middle of the raging river. Tico, determined, spotted something in the distance. Look, that rocky formation! It must be there! Cacau swooped down, landing on a nearby branch. Yes, but the water's already covering part of it. We need to cross quickly before the entrance gets completely submerged. The 3 friends approached the cave, and as they feared, the entrance was partially underwater. Pingo looked worried. We have to get inside soon, but we need to be careful. The current here is strong. Tico dove in first, swimming toward the cave entrance. Cacau and Pingo followed with difficulty. Inside the cave, the darkness was nearly complete, but soon Tico found a small passage above the waterline. Up here! Come on, quickly! The 3 scrambled out of the water, breathing in relief. Ahead, a soft light illuminated the cave. In the center, a stone glowed with a bluish light. Cacau gasped, her eyes wide. It's the magic stone! Pingo smiled, satisfied. We did it. Now we just need to bring it back to the central forest. Tico carefully picked up the stone. Let's go, we have to return before it's too late. The friends hurried to leave the cave and return to the meeting point. Meanwhile, in another part of the forest, the submerged forest. Lili, Zezé, and Mimi walked through the forest, now heading to the area known as the submerged forest. The rain was even heavier in that region, and the terrain became increasingly difficult. Lili led the group, her sharp eyes and firm posture focused. We need to find the ancient tree as soon as possible. It's our only hope of reducing the water already invading the forest. Zezé advanced slowly, carefully choosing where to step. The submerged forest is full of hidden dangers. We need to be cautious and patient. Mimi, still sleepy, was hanging onto Lili's back, observing the trees around them. I think I've been here before. Maybe I'll recognize the ancient tree if we get close enough. As they approached the swampy area, the ground became softer and more slippery. Zezé used his heavy shell to test the ground before each step, ensuring the group followed safely. Lili protected them from any threats, while Mimi began to watch the trees more closely. After some time, Mimi perked up a bit and pointed with a trembling claw. There, that tree with the thick, twisted roots, that's the one, the ancient tree. Lili and Zezé approached the large tree. It was immense, its roots stretching for several meters around, some already submerged in the water. Zezé observed, thoughtful. How do we wake it up? They say it's been asleep for centuries. Mimi slowly climbed down from Lili's back and approached the tree, gently touching one of its roots. Maybe it needs something to awaken it. Something natural, something it knows. Lili looked around and noticed some small aquatic plants growing near the tree. These plants, they only grow near pure water. Maybe we should use them. Zezé agreed, and together they began collecting the plants and placing them on the ancient tree's roots. Mimi murmured soft words, almost like a song. Suddenly, the ground around them began to tremble slightly. The tree seemed to come to life, its roots moving and absorbing the swamp's water. Lili smiled, satisfied. We did it. Now we need to go back and meet the others. With the ancient tree awakened and the magic stone in the hands of the other group, the friends began heading back to the meeting point, ready to save the Blue River Forest. Return to the Central Forest. Tico, Pingo, and Cacau quickly made their way through the forest, now with the magic stone in hand. Time was running out, and every second counted. The rain was relentless, and the river's level kept rising. Cacau flew a little ahead, guiding the group along the safest path. Cacau looked back and shouted, "We're almost there! The meeting point is just ahead! I hope the others are already waiting for us." Tico held the stone tightly, feeling its energy pulse. We have to believe they succeeded. If the magic stone and the ancient tree are used together, the forest will be saved. Pingo, always the most cautious, scanned the surroundings. We can't let our guard down. We need to focus on our mission until the end. Shortly after, the trio arrived at the meeting point. To their relief, Lili, Zezé, and Mimi were already there, waiting for them. Lili waved excitedly as she saw them approach. "You did it! You found the magic stone." Tico nodded, raising the stone with a smile. "And you? Did you manage to awaken the ancient tree?" Zezé smiled slowly, satisfied. "Yes, it's awake and already absorbing some of the water, but we need to use the magic stone to finish the process." Mimi, still sleepy but content, spoke softly. "Combining the power of the stone with the strength of the tree, the forest will be safe." The grand finale. With everyone reunited, the group made their way to the large ancient tree in the submerged forest. The tree's roots were already working, but the water level was still too high. Pingo took the magic stone from Tico and carefully placed it at the base of the tree, exactly where the roots were thickest. Cacau flew in circles above, watching closely for any change. "I think it's working. The water seems to be slowly receding." Suddenly, a bluish light began to emanate from the magic stone, spreading through the tree's roots. The light grew in intensity, and the ground around the ancient tree started to vibrate. The roots stretched even further, absorbing large amounts of water. Lili watched closely, ready to act if necessary. "It's working! The water is being absorbed by the tree and the soil. The forest is being saved." Within minutes, the water that had once threatened the entire forest began to recede. The Blue River slowly returned to its original course, and the flooded areas started to dry up. The animals, once terrified, now emerged from their hiding places, relieved to see the danger passing. Zezé let out a deep sigh, satisfied. We did what needed to be done. The Blue River Forest is safe again. Mimi yawned, but with a smile on her face. And now, I think it's time to rest. The surprise, a rainbow of hope. As the group admired the results of their efforts, the sky began to clear. The heavy clouds dissipated, and in their place, a beautiful rainbow appeared on the horizon. It was as if nature itself was thanking the six friends for saving the forest. Cacau, always enchanted by the sky's beauty, exclaimed, "Look, a rainbow! It's a sign that everything will be all right now." Tico smiled, feeling proud of all his friends. "We did this together. Each one of us played an important role. Now it's time to celebrate." The Great Celebration. With the forest safe and the rainbow shining above them, the animals of the Blue River Forest began to gather in a large open space near the base of the ancient tree. News of the danger passing spread quickly, and all the animals wanted to thank the six heroes for their courage and determination. Lili, always the protective leader, suggested, "Let's organize a party for everyone. It's the least we can do after all this." Cacau immediately offered to arrange the music. "I know some birds who would love to sing for us. It's going to be an unforgettable celebration." Tico, always full of energy, began preparing games and activities for the younger animals. "Let's have some fun. After all, we deserve a break after such an adventure." Zezé, with his usual calmness, organized a large table with fruits and seeds for everyone. A party isn't complete without good food. Let's share and enjoy it together. Mimi, with a sleepy smile, found a comfortable spot where the quieter animals could relax and share stories about the adventure. Everyone has a story to tell. Let's listen and remember the most exciting moments. Pingo, with his wisdom, prepared a small speech. When everyone had gathered, he spoke. "Today we've shown that even in the face of the greatest challenges, when we work together, we are stronger. The Blue River Forest is safe because we believed in each other. Let this be a reminder that together we can overcome any obstacle." The animals applauded, and the party began. There was music, dancing, food, and lots of laughter. Colorful birds sang joyful melodies while the younger animals ran and played. The older ones sat together, talking and enjoying the view of the rainbow. Tico and his friends also enjoyed the party, happy to see that everyone was safe and celebrating together. Cacau led a large chorus, singing a song dedicated to the forest and all its inhabitants. Lili and Zezé laughed together as they watched the younger animals try to imitate Tico's agile moves. Mimi, lying comfortably, told her version of the story to a group of attentive cubs. Pingo, meanwhile, quietly reflected, satisfied to see the good they had done. The closing scene. As the party finally began to wind down, the sun was setting, and the rainbow slowly faded from the sky. The animals started saying their goodbyes and returning to their now safe homes. Tico watched as his friends prepared to rest. Today was a tough day, but also an unforgettable one. We'll always remember that together we're capable of anything. Lili yawned, but with a smile. "Yes, and tomorrow is a new day in the Blue River Forest. Who knows what adventures await us?" Pingo agreed, with a serene air. "But for now, I think we all deserve a good night's rest." With light hearts and a sense of accomplishment, the six friends said their goodbyes and went to their respective homes in the forest, ready for the next sunrise. And so, the Blue River Forest was saved by those who believed in friendship, courage, and the strength of teamwork. And whenever a rainbow appeared in the sky, all the animals remembered the day when, together, they changed the destiny of their home.